I'm going to make this quick. I lost my lawsuit to Anthony Fantano, but the reality is it makes me happy. Let's get into it. For some of you guys that don't know, Anthony Fantano is a music critic, and he goes online and he judges music out of a scale of 1 to 10, which he rarely gives anybody a 10. I don't think he's ever given anybody a 10. That's neither here nor there. The reason why I'm making this video is because I sued Anthony Fantano, and my lawyers told me there's a small chance you will win this. But that's not why I sued him. I sued him so I could make this video right now. Because what better time to make this video than right now, in the midst of Anthony Fantano being accused of being a racist.
Called Ian a nigger.
Let's get into it. Anthony Fantano made a video about me a long time ago called "This Guy Sucks." This is after multiple times of him making videos about judging my songs and saying how bad I am and how it's the worst thing ever, blah, 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 like he normally does. Rage bait. So he made a video finally about how I suck, and the reason why I suck is for all these reasons. I'm going to get into it right now. We're going to react to it right now, actually.
What a coward. And anyone defending this man or acting like he's cool, probably a coward too.
People that defend me are cowards, according to Anthony Fantano.
Like Ronald's content there, that's his intellectual property. He should be able to say whether or not it turns up in Brad's YouTube video, so on and so forth. Yeah, but here's the thing. Brad's content does technically fall under.
So they're mad because they think that I'm trying to take down this guy Brad's music. And the reality is so many streamers that stream my music on Twitch and stuff have had the music taken down. He's also accusing me of doing all this, which I didn't do. By the way, Brad Taste is now got in trouble for domestic violence. The irony of that one, huh? Apparently, allegedly, I suppose. That's what I read.
You know, Ronald is one of those controversial figures in rock music who likes to, tout himself as like a free speech kind of guy. He's shooting from the hip. He's telling it like it is. He may have said some things in the past that don't play all that well today, but he's grown. He's changed. You can't hate people over old tweets. He's not with all that cancel culture crap.
Well, that's crazy, Anthony. Aren't you getting canceled for saying the N-word and laughing at Trayvon Martin after he died or something? That's allegedly. This is all debunked. I believe that Anthony Fantano came out, and if I'm wrong, you could correct me. He came out and apologized a long time ago about this, and it's being revamped, I suppose. He's getting absolutely obliterated on it. And I thought the perfect time to do this was right now, was because the audacity for him to make, how long is this video? 10 minute video, just so he can make money off of me. Yeah. The audacity to make a 10-minute video on how things I did 10 years ago are bad and stuff like that, when you, right now, sir, are being judged for something you did a long time ago.
However, over the years that he's been in the music industry, Ronald has shown no growth, change, or maturity. Any shittiness.
Sir, I've been sober for almost 18 years. I came from the bottom to the top. I'm one of the biggest rock bands right now. Mentally, spiritually, and physically, I am in the best shape I've ever been. I have changed immensely, Anthony, and I think the reason why I don't like you amongst a lot of other people is because you use my name to get clicks and views so you can pay your rent. You're biased and you judge and you're pretentious. I believe you're the most pretentious person on the internet. I'm not kidding. It's almost like you gloat and you act like your opinion is better than everyone else's opinion. This is just what I see at face value. I could be completely wrong, because on the inside, deep down, me and you are very similar, because we said some things that we should never have said in the past and done some things that we shouldn't have. Except I understand that you did that, but you don't understand that I did that, and you don't realize that it's okay that you can grow and change. So the bottom line is here, the bad person, in my opinion, is you, because I don't use people for clicks and views to make money. You do it negatively. You don't care if it hurts their feelings. You don't care if it makes their fans mad. You do it on purpose to make money.
Or narcissism he may have been exhibiting in the past.
Narcissism in the past. Do you understand that 1% of people have narcissism? This is absolutely, this guy is just out of his fucking
But when
mind.
he might have said something terrible 10 years ago is surely still being exhibited now. You don't even need to go into the old things Ronald Radke has said and done because he's doing and saying just as terrible things today, whether he's using his Twitter page to harass and shut down people, trying to talk about their experiences having been sexually assaulted. And he doesn't do the same thing that maybe some other artists do when they're hit with similar allegations. They might make a statement. They might apologize. They might disappear into the shadows, never to be heard from again because they're cowardly pieces of shit. But no, not Ronald. Ronald doubles down and sues.
This is why I sued you, Anthony. You're making it seem like I doubled down on actual gang rape and sued somebody to silence them. That is why I'm suing you. That's why I sued you. The audacity. If I was in front of you right now, dude, listen to what I'm saying right now. The audacity for you to imply that I literally gang raped somebody and doubled down by suing them. Anthony, let me give you a little backstory on that situation. 1 hour after we were accused, we, by the way, because it was gang rape, this is what they're saying. We were accused. We were brought to the station. We were not arrested. 1 hour. Remember this, 1 hour. We were brought to the station. We were not arrested. We were questioned, and guess what they did? They pulled my pants down. They grabbed my dick, took a swab, DNA tested it, and then 1 hour later came back and said, there is no DNA found on you or her. There's a 0% chance of you ever doing anything like this. You are free to go. So Anthony, you understand how traumatizing that could be for somebody that would never do something like that. You know that, right, Anthony? So the problem that I'm having here is you are bringing up stuff that is so traumatic, not only to me and to victims that actually were sexually assaulted, and you got girls like that lying. So yeah, I doubled down and I sued the shit out of her and I won. And that's the reason why I'm suing you, is just so I can talk about this topic. It's crazy. It's the audacity, the pretentiousness, the gloating,
had domestic violence charges too against him, which were ultimately dismissed. True. But the fact that all of this behavior is piling up here is quite sussy-wussy.
Quite sussy-wussy is what he says. Quite sussy-wussy. Anthony, for the life of you, have you ever just thought about not being a biased piece of fucking shit, bro? And trying to look at the good in people?
Or even hopping on Twitter to be transphobic or poke
transphobic. So the last 5 music videos, I've had 2, 3, 4 trans people total working on them, either at my house, watching me take my clothes off and putting clothes on me in my music videos. I'm so tired of this transphobic rhetoric that you guys try to spew, because I think that they thems is like a weird terminology, and why should I call you a they them if it's like fucking, it has nothing to do with being trans in the first place. They, them, or non-binary means you are not of two things, male or female. So how can that make you trans? And what is wrong with that? If I don't believe that trans people should compete in women's sports or being put in women's prisons, or trans people in the bathroom with my 6-year-old daughter at the time going to the bathroom, what is wrong with that? That doesn't make me transphobic. It makes me have common sense. And Anthony, you're just on your soapbox, standing up and just doing that fucking thing you're doing, dude. It's like, it's almost like you have a lot of secrets that you don't want people to know about. It's what it seems like.
Fun at the idea of black people receiving reparations. What's funny about this is that
that's a joke. That's a joke. I'm not racist. I have one black friend.
He's throwing this kind of rhetoric out there. And this is the sort of thing where any rock star who actually makes good music, the Right Wing and Ben Shapiro and Matt Walsh, whoever it is.
The crazy thing about this, Anthony, is that you force people left and right. Dude, I am not a political person. Shut the fuck up, dude. You're so fucking stupid. You constantly literally use left and right and Democrat and Republican against each other, just like the rest of these pieces of shit. I'm a musician, been doing it 25 years. I do almost everything on my own with one other person in the room with me at all times. I'm fucking well-rounded musician. I have nothing to do with fucking fucking politics. I made one song called Zombified because we were all trapped in our houses and forced to take a vaccine. That was a really scary time, and I was really pissed at the government. And now you're taking all this shit and forcing this left and right bullshit. We're tired of it. A lot of us are tired of this shit, man. It's not just me.
Would be jumping on top of it, desperate to like interview him and like put a mic in his face and like, it'd be like, yeah, this is our guy. Look at our guy.
And guess what? All these people, all these left and right people are jumping on top of me doing interviews with me. And have I ever done one? Have I ever done one? Go try to find one fucking interview where I'm talking about any politics with any type of fucking political figure. And you won't find it. Because guess what? I don't believe in that shit.
Transphobia is like the new flavor of the month. Meanwhile, Ronald's over here in the corner like, guys, I can be transphobic.
Bro, do you see this guy? How does anybody take this fucking guy serious, man? There's no way, dude. This dude's got some fucking secrets, dude. Look at him. Look at this dude.
Too. Like one time when he was arrested at a New Jersey music festival performance for throwing not one, not two, not three, but 4 microphone stands into the crowd, injuring a few concert goers in the process. 2 people were struck in the head. One of them was a 16-year-old girl. Even though Ronnie did this and he got arrested, it's like dead to rights. And apparently, you know, this person had to be paid. Yeah, despite...
Yeah, and I'll fucking do it again.
Manipulative. Take advantage of you in any way that he can. Piece of shit.
Take advantage of you in any way you can, piece of shit. Anthony, that's literally you. You take advantage of hardworking artists and utilize their star power and their record sales and their likes and all their fans and all their haters so you can make money, so you can pay your rent. You pay your rent off of the hatred you spew, Anthony. You're literally a hypocrite, and now you're being called out for being a racist. And I think it's really fucking funny, man. I think it's one of the funniest things ever. Actually, I don't think it's funny. I actually feel bad. I'm not a YouTuber, so I'm not really used to doing this like you are. So, you know, this is going to be all over the place. But I think it's really, really fair to say, Anthony, that checkmate, man. Checkmate. Yeah, I went into this lawsuit suing you because of this video and all this stuff. Look at this, allegedly across the thing, like across the thing. This is what he does. This is his thing. I went into this lawsuit and I was like, hey, and my lawyer's like, you're not going to win this. And I'm like, I don't care. And it's all for this, man. So Anthony, I know you're watching this. I know you're probably getting a lot of shit for being racist or whatever they're saying you are. And I'm going to tell you right now, I don't think Anthony's racist. I don't. I think Anthony Fantano said a bunch of weird, stupid shit, just like me. And I don't think Anthony is a gang rapist. I don't think Anthony is a domestic violence person. I don't think Anthony is all those things. You know what I do think Anthony is? I think Anthony's a pretentious, insecure little baby that utilizes people for money so he can pay his rent in a negative way. That's what I think. And that's what his YouTube has become. It's one of those things. So with that said, anybody out there that's watching this that has anything that they want to say, negative, good, comment below, because I would love to open up this discussion on how it's okay for these people to regurgitate like this alleged narrative that I'm a terrible person that gang rapes people and is transphobic and homophobic and racist. He thinks I'm racist. It's like it's funny. I don't know, man. I just really wish that he would retract what he said and apologize for implying all these things, but he won't, because that's exactly what a narcissist actually would do. For me, people think I'm insane, right? They think that I'm like doing all this stuff because I'm insecure, like responding to people online. Guys, it's not that serious. I respond to people online because they say the same things that Anthony was implying, that I'm a gang rapist or that I'm a bad person, or, you know, sometimes your music sucks. I'm just being funny. The only way I can respond is to be funny to these people. The stuff that you don't see me talk about, if I'm not responding, those are the things that are making me mad. This video really pissed me off and it pissed off a lot of people. It implies to the people that are watching this, the NPCs that follow Anthony Fantano and wait for him to give them their opinion on what they like. They're not going to go do their research. They're just going to go, wow, he really gang raped somebody. Wow, he really is transphobic. Wow, he is a racist. This is why I sued him. And and this is the point that I'm making. I know I was going to lose the lawsuit. It's not a big deal. It's just a defamation suit. The reason I did this is so I can put this out. So I can put something out and say my piece before Anthony does, because you know Anthony's going to put some video together so he can gain views to pay his rent. I wanted to put this out and say my piece. So if you're watching this and you're not a fan and you hate my guts, I really hope that even if you're not a fan, you can really understand where I'm coming from, because it's really fucked up and I don't think anybody should ever do that. I would never make a video about how Anthony Fantano is racist, allegedly. You know what I mean? I would never do that. Love you guys. Thank you for my first YouTube. I am a new YouTuber now, I guess. Have a wonderful time, and I'll see you guys on the God is Weapon tour. And Daisy, say goodnight, or say bye. Bye-bye. Lift your wings. Goodbye. I'm such a bad person that I have a very well taken care of bird. Have a wonderful day.